Welcome back to the Best 10 channel. Why did Israel and Iran go to war? 10 key reasons. June 2025. For the first time in history, Israel and Iran were officially at war. Hundreds dead. Missiles flying. The Middle East on edge. But why now? Why did two of the most powerful and hostile nations finally ignite into open conflict? Reason 1. Iran's nuclear program. Iran's nuclear ambitions have haunted Israel for decades. In 2024, Tehran resumed high-grade uranium enrichment, raising fears that a nuclear weapon was just months away. Israel saw this as a red line. And history shows Israel strikes before it's too late. Reason 2. The preemptive strike doctrine. Israel follows the Begin doctrine, never let an enemy get nuclear weapons. They did it in Iraq in 1981. Syria in 2007. In June 2025, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, striking Iran's nuclear sites in Natanz, Fordow, and beyond. Reason 3. Iran's missile and drone arsenal. Iran's military buildup was alarming. Long-range missiles, attack drones, and satellite-guided systems, many aimed at Israel. In Israeli eyes, it wasn't a matter of if there'd be a war, but when. Reason 4. Israel's preemptive aggression. Iran views Israel's airstrikes on its territory in June 2025 as illegal and unjustified. From Iran's standpoint, Israel launched an unprovoked war, violating Iranian sovereignty under the excuse of national security. Reason 5. Right to peaceful nuclear energy. Iran claims its nuclear program is for civilian and energy purposes, monitored for years by the IAEA. Tehran insists it has never built nuclear weapons, and Israel's attack was based on false assumptions and fearmongering. Reason 6. Israel's nuclear double standards. Iran criticizes Israel for possessing nuclear weapons while refusing to join the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT. From Tehran's view, Israel cannot demand nuclear limits while being a nuclear-armed state itself. Reason 7. Support for Palestinian rights. Iran says it supports resistance movements, like Hamas, Islamic Jihad, to defend Palestinians under Israeli occupation. It views its actions as part of the Islamic and moral duty to oppose what it sees as Israel's apartheid and oppression. Reason 8. U.S. Israel alliance destabilizing region. Iran views the US-Israel military alliance as a major threat to regional stability. The presence of US bases, arms shipments, and joint operations are seen as efforts to isolate and encircle Iran. Reason 9. Defense against constant threats. Iran says it's constantly threatened by Israeli leaders who openly talk of attacking its facilities. The 2025 war was seen by Iran as an act of self-defense against constant intimidation and aggression. Reason 10. Collapse of diplomatic pathways. Iran argues it was willing to talk, but after the US pulled out of the nuclear deal, JCPOA, and Israel refused negotiations, diplomacy failed. Iran believes Israel never wanted peace, just dominance and control. Thanks for watching.